All right, I'm gonna put the head mount on my head and I'm gonna start you guys off. I'm gonna start this video with a little bit like some serenation action. I really want to serenade you guys really quick, so just stick with me really quick, then we'll get into the video. Oh, oh, so I just wanted to serenade you guys with some Halo music really quick. We're gonna get to blamming really quick in this video. This might be a quick one. I just have a few things to tell you guys. Once this BMW gets past me, we're shooting off out of the pit lane. What an exit. What an exit. So that's a clinical takeoff in the hypercar for you guys. Just a quick one to warm you guys up. I felt like singing the Halo song. Halo 2 was like one of the first games I ever remember playing. I would sit on a chair with an unplugged controller in my hand thinking I was playing, and my cousins and brother would give me an unplugged controller just so I would shut the fuck up about playing. And I genuinely thought I was playing the game, but I would watch my cousin and my brother beat the game on Legendary and collect all the skulls. So now I have like an affinity for Halo and Halo 2 in general. Halo 2 and 3, those are my fucking games. I will go to war over Halo 2 and 3. I'll die for those games. But I just had a few things to tell you guys in this video. We'll start off with something light, just a quick little story. I went to Chipotle yesterday, and I'm a frequent Chipotle goer. You know what I'm saying? I basically keep my local Chipotle in business because I'm eating there every other day because it's quick, it's fast. My order's like 13 bills and it's a full fucking 5-course meal basically. You could stretch that shit for 4 days. Unless you're me, but because I have like an endless pit as a stomach. So I'll eat, if I like have a meal in front of me, there's no leftovers. The plate's getting cleaned no matter how full I fucking get. But like for common folk, it's a good ass deal. But yesterday I went to Chipotle, and I've been getting burritos lately because I'm trying to get big as fuck. So I've been fucking with burritos lately instead of bowls. Usually I'm a bowl guy. But I think I've changed my stance on that because of what happened yesterday and what's been happening with these burritos. It's kind of ridiculous. The bowls, you get way more, like there's more, the portions are bigger. When you get a burrito, like yesterday, I get my burrito, I get white rice, black beans, and then it's time for chicken. Now, when I order protein, whatever protein I get at Chipotle, it's always a fucking battle to the death between me and whoever the fuck is scooping in this shit. Because half the time, you get a guy that gives you like an ample amount of protein, and I know I'm preaching to the choir here because everyone feels the exact same way as I feel, but you either get the guy that gives you a humane amount of protein, or you get the guy that is just has a stick up his ass, has Johnny Chipotle's fucking huge penis up his ass, and doesn't give enough chicken for the normal man. So I have a method where I let them scoop the first portion of chicken, and then after they scoop and they're about to pass it to the fucking sour cream station where they keep the pico de gallo, the sour cream and the guac, before they pass to that station, I'll be like, then after they scoop the first protein, I'll be like, let me get double chicken. That usually gives you an ample amount. So that's what I did with this burrito, but this guy wasn't having it. He literally gave me what you would normally get, like what the common person would get in an average single chicken. He gave me that, and called it double chicken. So I'm not afraid when that happens. I've already made a video about this called the Chipotle discrepancy. I'm not afraid to fuck around and ask for a triple chicken, or God forbid, ask for a quadruple chicken if I really have to, if I'm feeling up for it. And I'll ask for, until I get the amount of chicken I want, I'll end up paying $50 for one bowl if I need to. So I was like, let me get triple chicken to this guy. And he was like, we don't do that here, boss. Like, aggressive as fuck. So like, I fucking face palmed. I was like, God damn, man, you're stealing my money, man. I didn't actually say that, but in my head I was going to war with myself. So I just bit the bullet and took the little ass protein bowl, and then they didn't even charge me for double chicken, so it wasn't even that deep at the end of the day. But still, like, I want to feel fully satiated after I eat my burrito, because like, when you get a burrito, once you get through the first half of the burrito, the second half is really what separates the boys from the men. If you could put down that second half of the burrito, then you're really a fucking ancient Roman gladiator type shit. Like, that's the timing you're on if you could finish a full burrito. But you know how it is, man. In other news, this is gonna be the last little story I get into before we log the video off. It's gonna be just a little quick one, like I said. I was at the gym yesterday, right, hitting chest, because I don't know, I have a 4-day split. I do chest, back, shoulders, legs. So yesterday just happened to be chest day. My chest was begging me for mercy when I was in the parking lot slamming my medium black cold brew, because I don't do that pre-workout shit where it like stims you up with a ton of fucking caffeine and all these beta, the shit that makes your butthole itch. They have the most protein that they sell, most pre-workouts that they sell, I think it's the beta alanine that's in it. Now, I'm no fucking scientist, but I know the basics of protein because I used to watch Derek from More Plates, More Dates religiously back in like 2020 and 2021. So, you know, I know the basics when it comes to this shit. So they, in some pre-workouts, they have the shit that makes your butthole itch. Now, when I'm slamming my chest against the fucking wall, I don't want my ass itching, because itchy ass might be top 5 worst things. But, you know, I slam my medium cold brew in the parking lot. I wait in my car for about 20 minutes to let it fucking saturate and let the caffeine get going through my system. And, you know, I walk into the gym shirtless, got my dick hanging over my shoulder. Whenever I walk into the gym, I just, instead of keeping my dick dragging on the floor, I pick it up and throw it over my shoulder like it's a fucking water hose. And I just go into the gym that way. Some people might say that that's a little graphic, but that's just how that's my daily life struggle. So I walk into the gym and I'm hitting chest. So I start off with some pull-ups just to warm up my back, because I find when I warm up my back on chest day, it leads to a more efficient and efficacious chest day, right? So, you know, I start with my, like the seated press where it's a plate loaded on both sides, right? So, you know, I start with a 45 and a 25 just for my first set, so I can get the lactic acid flowing through my pectoral muscles. And, you know, I keep amping up the weight. And then eventually, after I finish with the seated free weight press, whatever the fuck you would call it, I go to my inclines, because I'm trying to build my upper chest so I look like a silverback, because that's the goal. That's what you want when you hit chest. You literally want to look like a fucking kingpin, head of the fucking pack, silverback gorilla. That's what you want to be like. So I'm hitting my incline dumbbells, because the top of the chest is what really fucking brings the baba to you. You don't really touch ass until you have a nice upper chest pectoral area. So I'm hitting it. I do my first set. I'm just warming up again, because I like to do a feeler set with all of my exercises. So I take the 70s for a fucking ride. The 70s are like throwing up, because it's like a roller coaster when I'm taking these 70-pound dumbbells on. They're throwing up, you know, they're screaming, they're putting their hands in the air like they're going down a fucking steep incline on the fucking Untamed from Canopy Lake Park. So I finished my first set with the 70s, then I take the 80s for a ride. The 80s were feeling left out, so I wanted to, you know, stimulate them a little bit. And I finished that set. Now, I don't know if you guys saw this, but the government recently passed a change in the alphabet. So there will be actually new alphabetical nomenclature. So what the alphabet, how it used to go, it would go A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now, why am I emphasizing the T? Because I just found out that they changed the alphabet and they replaced the letter T. So now the alphabet goes A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, Matt Marauder, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. I don't know if you guys saw this. The government literally changed the alphabet so that Matt Marauder replaced what the letter T is. Because my fucking upper body literally looks like a biblically accurate uppercase letter T. Now, I know that's impressive, but hold your round of applause until you get to the end of what I'm about to say, because this story gets fucking insane. So I'm slamming my chest, taking the 80s on the roller coaster. The 80s are going on the Superman ride from Six Flags, basically, with how I'm treating them. Literally fucking sexually assaulting the 80-pound dumbbells. And all of a sudden, I look to my left, because my chest and my shoulders, they span out 5 feet on each side. I'm telling you, I look like the letter T. I'm not even exaggerating. This is a serious thing that I'm saying. So my shoulders stick out 5 feet on each side. I'm a giant human. And my traps are climbing up the top of my head. It's a whole conundrum with how my fucking head and upper body looks. It's insane. So I look to my left, and then about 4 feet over on my left pectoral muscle, right where the muscle fibers of my shoulder meet with my pec, I see there's a lit candle on the left side of my chest, and it's a little bit far out there because it's 4 feet out there. So at first I'm like, is that on my chest or is it all the way by the fucking leg press? But I look, and yeah, it is a fully lit candle on my left fucking pec, 4 feet over. And then, I think I'm like, oh, that's weird. Who put this candle there? And how did I not notice this? I know my chest is huge, but I should have noticed this before it happened. All of a sudden, right, I look to my right, and there's a family fucking portrait on the right side, about 3 feet over on the right side of my chest. So then I start examining this family photograph, because at this point I'm a little bit confused. There's a mother, there's a father, there appears to be a son and a daughter. There's a dog, like some sort of Shih Tzu or something. And the grandparents are in the photo. This is a big photograph. It's like a 12 by 10 photo of some family on my fucking right pectoral. So at this point, I'm like, what the fuck is going on in this gym? I look over to my left again, and one of the gym goers is putting his father's urn filled with ashes on my left pec right next to the candle. So at this point, I'm freaking out, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I go to the fucking owner of the gym, and I look at him, and I'm like, my fellow gym goers are starting to put shit on my chest, and I'm really not appreciating it. It's making me uncomfortable. It's fucked up that they're putting shit on my chest. And the gym owner says to me, this is dead ass what he fucking says to me. He goes, well, actually, I've had a few reports from people that go to this gym that say they think your chest, they mistake your chest for a shelf, and they're putting household items on your chest. You don't have anywhere else to put them. They think your chest is a fucking IKEA shelf. They think you got your chest from some sort of home goods store. They think your chest is just something bought from IKEA. They're a little bit confused because of how large and girthy your chest is. They think it's a fucking shelf, and they're putting shit on it. Now, this didn't make sense to me until I found out that they genuinely changed the letter T in the alphabet to Matt Marauder. And then, you know, it started making sense. So now I have to wear a shirt. Every time I go to the gym, I wear a shirt, and on the back of it, it says, just huge chest, not a shelf. Fucking don't put shit on my chest. So now I have to walk around. So I'm carrying this burden of people thinking that my chest is a shelf. It's a whole struggle, and I think I'll end the video there. So prayers up for me for how large my chest is. I guess I just got to stop hitting it or something. I don't really know what I have to do at this point, but it's getting a little bit insane. And yeah, that's the video. Peace out.